The year is 1348. You stand before a polished piece of metal, staring at a reflection that no longer looks human. The face staring back at you is not made of flesh and bone, but of stiff, hardened leather. Two glass eyes, cold and impenetrable, shield your own from the horrors of the world. And then, there is the beak. Long, curved, like a bird of prey waiting for carrion. You stuff the end of the beak with a mixture of dried flowers, herbs, and spices. Rose petals, mint, camphor, and cloves. You pack them in tight, breathing deeply to ensure the scent overpowers the stench of rot that hangs heavy in the air outside. This mask is your shield. This mask is your curse. You were a doctor of physics, a man of science in an age of superstition, but to the people outside, you are something else entirely. You are an omen. You are the last thing they see before the darkness takes them. You pull the heavy waxed leather hood over your head, ensuring no skin is exposed. Your robe, coated in suet and wax, is heavy and stiff, designed to repel the fluids of the dying. You pull on your gloves, grab your long wooden cane, and step out into the street. The morning fog mixes with the smoke of burning pyres, creating a thick, yellow haze that stings your eyes even behind the glass. The silence of the city is deafening. A month ago, these streets were bustling with merchants, children, and noise. Now, the only sound is the rhythmic tapping of your cane against the cobblestones. Tap, tap, tap. It is the sound of death approaching. You walk down the center of the street, avoiding the gutters where the filth accumulates. Doors and windows are shut tight. On almost every wooden door, you see it. The mark. A rough cross painted in red or black paint. Lord have mercy on us, it screams in silence. But you know the Lord has left this place long ago. You are not a priest, you cannot offer them salvation. You can only offer them a diagnosis. You see a curtain twitch in a window above. A pair of terrified eyes watch as you pass. They know why you are here. They summoned you, yet they despise you. To them, you look like the Grim Reaper himself, walking among the living. You arrive at a merchant's house. The door is already unlocked, waiting for you. You push it open with the end of your cane, unwilling to touch the handle with your gloved hand. The air inside is stale, hot, and smells of sickness, a sweet, metallic scent that cuts through your herbal filter. A woman stands in the hallway, clutching a rosary so tight her knuckles are white. She is weeping silently. She points to the stairs. You do not speak. There is no need for words. You ascend the creaking wooden steps, your heavy boots thudding ominously. In the bedroom, a man lies on the bed, soaked in sweat. His sheets are gray with grime. He is shivering violently, though the room is stiflingly hot. You approach the bed, extending your cane to lift the sheet. You do not touch him. You never touch them. With the tip of your cane, you gently prod the man's armpit. He screams in agony, a dry, rasping sound. There they are. The buboes. Swollen, black lumps the size of eggs, oozing pus and blood. The hallmark of the pestilence. You move the cane down to his groin. More swellings. The skin around them is dark, necrotic, turning black as the tissue dies while the man is still breathing. You look at his face. His eyes are wide, delirious, searching your glass lenses for a glimmer of hope. He grabs at your robe, his fingers weak and trembling. You instinctively step back, batting his hand away with your cane. You cannot let him touch you. One touch could mean your own death. You see the fear in his eyes shift to despair. He knows. You nod to the woman standing in the doorway. She lets out a choked sob. You reach into your leather satchel and pull out a small jar of leeches. It is the standard treatment, though deep down, you know it does little. You place the jar on the bedside table. You instruct the woman, your voice muffled and hollow behind the mask, to apply them to the swellings to draw out the bad blood. You also leave a mixture of vinegar and crushed emeralds, a wildly expensive concoction that the merchant paid a fortune for. It will not save him. Nothing will save him. You are merely selling him the illusion of control in a situation that is utterly chaotic. You turn to leave. The woman tries to press a bag of coins into your hand. You gesture for her to drop it into the jar of vinegar you carry at your belt. You do not touch the money. Even the gold is infected. Walking back out into the street, the weight of your role presses down on you. You are paid handsomely for this. The city council pays you a stipend that a regular physician could only dream of. You are given a house, isolation, and freedom to roam where others are forbidden. But the cost is your humanity. You have no friends. You have no family. They have all either died or abandoned you, terrified that you carry this sickness in the folds of your robes. You are a pariah, a necessary monster. You pass a cart being pulled by a tired, skeletal horse. The cart is piled high with bodies. Men, women, children, tangled together in a grotesque mass of limbs. The driver, a man with a rag tied around his face, rings a bell. "Bring out your dead," he croaks. He does not look at you. Even the gravediggers fear the doctor. You stop by the river. The water is sludge, slow-moving and foul. You watch a boat drifting by, laden with more corpses destined for the mass graves outside the city walls. The church bells begin to toll, a relentless, mournful sound that never seems to stop. You wonder, briefly, if you were making any difference at all. You count the dead. You record the spread. You enforce the quarantines. You board up houses with families still inside, condemning the healthy to die with the sick. Is this medicine? Or is it merely bookkeeping for the end of the world? You feel a tickle in your throat. A sudden, cold spike of panic hits you. You cough, the sound echoing loudly inside the beak of your mask. You freeze. Is this it? Is this the moment? You swallow hard, testing your own body. It passes. Just dust. Just the smoke. But the fear lingers. Every day you wonder if it will be your last. The afternoon sun beats down on your black leather, baking you alive inside the suit. You are exhausted, dehydrated, but you cannot drink. Not until you are back in the safety of your sanctuary. You are summoned to another house. This time, it is a baker. The scene is different here. The baker is already dead, slumped in a chair. It is his daughter who is sick. She is no more than 6 years old. She lies on a pallet on the floor, small and fragile. She does not scream when you examine her. She is too weak. She looks at your mask, at the terrifying beak, and she smiles faintly. She thinks you are a bird. A strange, giant bird come to visit her. For a moment, your professional detachment cracks. You feel a surge of profound sorrow. You have no leeches for her. No crushed emeralds. You have only a small vial of laudanum to ease the pain of her passing. You give it to the weeping mother. You tell her to keep the girl warm. You lie to her. You say she is strong. You say there is a chance. It is a mercy, a small kindness in a cruel world. As evening falls, the city transforms. The shadows lengthen, stretching across the cobblestones like grasping fingers. The fires of the pyres burn brighter, casting dancing orange light against the stone walls. You make your way back to your quarters. The walk is dangerous now. Desperation makes men do madness. Some believe the doctors are spreading the plague, poisoning the wells to keep their employment. You hear whispers in the alleys. Witch, they hiss. Murderer. A stone clatters near your feet. You do not run. You cannot run in this gear. You turn your glass eyes toward the darkness of the alley. The whispers stop. The silhouette of the plague doctor is enough to strike terror into the heart of any thief or cutthroat. You are death walking, and death is to be respected. You reach your home, a stone tower on the edge of the district. You unlock the heavy iron door and step inside, bolting it behind you. Now begins the ritual of decontamination. You strip off the gloves, throwing them into a bucket of lye. You remove the robe, hanging it over a brazier of burning sulfur to fumigate it. Finally, you reach up and unclasp the mask. You pull it off, taking your first breath of unfiltered air in 12 hours. The air in your room is cool, but it feels empty without the scent of roses and cloves. You look in the mirror. Your face is pale, lined with deep grooves from the leather straps. You look tired. You look human. But out there, in the city, the human does not exist. Only the mask remains. You sit at your desk, opening the ledger. You dip your quill in ink and begin to write. Date, October 24th. New cases, 42. Deaths, 38. The numbers are rising. The ink stains your fingers, black like the buboes. You think of the baker's daughter. You think of the merchant. You realize that you are not fighting a disease. You are fighting nature itself. You are a soldier in a war that cannot be won. But tomorrow, you will wake up. You will pack the beak with fresh herbs. You will don the waxen leather. You will take up the cane. Because there is no one else. You are the line between order and chaos. You are the witness to the end of times. You are the plague doctor. And your rounds are far from over.